screech to a halt. Have you seen children screech to a halt? Understood the problem? Yeah. And in the process, they don't consider others, they consider only power. Because Ben 10 is powerful. And in cartoons, the hero has good violence to kill the bad fellow with good violence. Bad fellow has bad violence, hero has good violence. Is that true? I mean, is that true for life? No. All violence is bad. All violence is bad. You get the point? But the children are learning differently. There's a thing called good violence. And they don't know when to do good violence, when not to do good violence. But we know all violence is bad. So that's how this interpersonal, interpersonal, we should be wired for empathy. Say with me, empathy. Digital overwiring removes all sense of empathy. Don't know when to start, don't know when to stop. How much force in between, considering others. That's gone off. Next track is the linguistic track. And people who are more wired intrapersonally, they will think through their solutions from the inside. Give a wave if you understood that. This is Dr. Caroline Leaf. Those who are wired interpersonally, they develop their solutions while talking. What do you think about this? And when they have a problem, they go on the phone and do the Reuters service all around the countryside. You know, I have a problem with my husband, but how do you think I should deal with it? Does that happen in Malaysia? Husband doesn't like it, he doesn't even know it, but you have developed your solution through a Skype conference with all your friends around the town. So all your friends said, when he comes home, make him a nice cup of Sri Lankan tea. That's the way to tackle the problem. So you develop your solutions by talking. That's okay. That's how you are. That's interpersonal, relating to others. Linguistic people are good on words. They are verbal, good on verbs. They are wired with words. And they are chatty. All of us should talk. Some people are more chatty. Have you met people who are very good on words? Yes. How many of you like to be good on words? Now, if we take a consensus, if this is a sample that has come from normal society, you have come from normal society, correct? There'll be 1% intrapersonal, 1% interpersonal, 1/7 who like words. You like to play with words, you like to make sentences, get the point? Then the fourth track is logical mathematical. I have already told you, this is not only about 9 into 9 being, we decided how much? 81, isn't it? 9 into 9 is 81. Not only that, child making the first steps. I must get there. You remember? He has a mathematical calculation. And he knows when to get up and that kind of thing. That's a logical mathematical track. How many of you add up the numbers of a vehicle number plate while you are driving? Put your hand up to see. I do. Now that is more mathematically wired, okay? Right. Then you have the logical mathematical, then you have the kinesthetic. Those children have energy inside them that is boundless. They must be given room to express. And now some suggest that such children will learn better if they sit on that ball, you know. So while they roll around, while they walk around, typically these people memorize while walking. How many of you had to walk when you want to memorize something in school? Get the point? So that was normal percentage. Probably that was before you got into Ben 10. Now, what has happened with the digital revolution is, last 3 tracks, kinesthetic, musical, visual spatial has overwired. Some time ago, this 30% had this in preponderance, dominance, only 30%. Now, more and more are dominant in this. First four are shrinking. Language is suffering. Mathematics, my sworn enemy. Get the point? Okay. Thank you. Sorry for getting you to miss that amount. So, thank you, yes. Do you want to talk anything more about this? Just the next slide. In times gone by, about 30 years ago, when this right brain, left brain thinking came into being, it was not about the right hemisphere or left hemisphere. Most people are dominant in the left brain, meaning most people are right-handed, which means more people had the left brain controlling the right side. Most people are like that. So therefore, that was considered the dominant pattern, left brain pattern. And therefore, most children would learn in classrooms with the normal blackboard or whiteboard with words, letter instruction. Too fast? I had to go fast a little bit, I had to cover a lot, okay? I repeat. Most children learn through verbal instructions, classroom instructions, and 70% fitted into that. Even before the digital revolution, 30% didn't fit into that. That 30% came to be known as right brain because they were not the dominant part of the population. Having said that, few things are more right brain than left brain. For example, learning languages is physically left brain. But adding the inflections, moods and tones into language is a right brain thing. So dramatists have a well-developed right parietal lobe, which measures the space of the language. You can say, eat it, I made it. Or you can say, eat it, darling, I made it. Same sentence, but something else came into it. What came into it? Music. Another spatial inflection, mood came into it. That is physically right brain. Anyway, you understood that. There's a language part of it, just learn. Language part of it, make it nice. Add the two, life becomes better, even for married life. And for children instruction. Okay? I want to go, I have this, I'm in two minds. I want to take you all in what I am saying, but I have a lot more to cover now. Okay. Next slide, the concept of right brain. We have done it. Now I have explained to you left brain, right brain and digital surplus. When digital surplus comes, kinesthetic, musical, visual, spatial wires more, logical goes down a lot, mathematical goes down a lot, actual language ability goes down. Because cartoons promote slang, cartoons promote sounds without connecting it to logical action sequences. Cartoons put the visual first and the action first before language cognition. If you're watching a normal, intelligent cinema, you're thinking language. You're thinking the action. But when you're watching cartoons, you're not thinking the action, you're imagining the action. You're not thinking languages. You're imagining the picture frames, if you just understood that. Normal films were filmed for you to logically think through that James Bond is going to catch Dr. No. I mean, that was long time ago. Okay? Now cinema is all for quick, fantastic involvement. There are no plots. Okay? So that is catering to the overwired, digital world. Next slide. Here you are getting again effects of digital overstimulation, overwiring of kinesthetic, musical, visual, spatial tract, page 7, okay? The generation of those who show what others do, don't like to do, they show what others do, too much of that. Doing decreased, advertising, entertainment increased. Nothing wrong with advertising. But if it's all advertising and no work, that will not do. So universities have catered a lot now for right brain stuff. There are degrees in fashion design, degrees in making vases out of paper. All these have got university level degrees to accommodate the right brain revolution. Okay? While that was accommodated, most of them want to go that way, which is not good. So this is where at the age of 12, 13, parents have to get hold of their children, probably do that questionnaire that Dr. Leaf has in her book, in her second book, called The Gift of Brain, and help your child to see that you're probably wiring too much kinesthetic, dramatic, visual, fantasizing. Recently in Colombo, there's a famous chemist shop, pharmacy, came down from father to son. Now the son is 45 years old, told his son, you have to do an MBA to come and join the family business. And the son says, what rubbish, I want to become a band leader. Fisticuffs. Why? Father didn't follow the son from 12 to 16, curriculum, character, career, choices. Say with me, curriculum, character, career, choices. These 4 C's you must attend on. Okay? Give a wave of hand. Increase response to risk center. Now, I described to you the prefrontal cortex just behind the eyes. Okay? Tap this side. On this side of your prefrontal cortex, outer side, on top, you have the plan executive center of how we are going to do something. So I told you before, I'll go to that place, this side is thinking, on top, here it's thinking, I'm going there, and I'll bring it and come. Now there's another part in our prefrontal cortex, inside down. Say it me, inside down. Technical term is ventromedial, inside down. It's the risk center. When you start slipping on some water or a banana skin, you didn't expect it, but your body adjusts to it. Give a wave if you understood. You went through a risk. It suddenly happened, but everything in your body worked to get it right. Or you did not know this was so hot, you touched it, and it burnt your finger. What happens? You withdrew it. That's a reflex arc at this spinal cord level, but at the brain level, there's a center that helps you to get out of danger, face risk, and survive. Say it me, survive. Risk center is wired up for survival. Now, these children have gone through so much of digital games and digital stuff, risk-taking, get the point? They're always seeing violence and thrills. They get overwired for risk-taking and survival. So father or mother says, son, you have to now study, it's 4 o'clock, they start survival. Hide and seek, catch me if you can. Get the point? I am not exaggerating. This is what they do. Now they have to survive without doing studies. They want risky things. They take risks, they get into injuries, then they begin to take risk with money, gambling, internet gambling. They start taking risk with sex, experimental sex. Where did this begin? Digital games driving them to risky action. Can you describe this to yourself now?